I think these parents need to take responsibility for the size of their kid. Their kid's fat. Why? Because the parents made it fat. And if Julian wasn't fat, I wouldn't have had a bunch of other fat kids on top of him. He wouldn't have been at a fat boys surfing school, and he wouldn't have been crushed by a whole lot of fat kids. You know? Where does the responsibility lie? The parents. Don't get your kids fat. And if Jake ends up getting fat when he's older and he breaks his bones, serves us right for getting him fat. I'll be watching out for that. Surfing's a rough sport. It's physical. It's like you're out there and you're doing stuff and you're getting pounded by waves and that. It's physical. You can break bones. It happens. Like, this is it. I'm not going to put that on the flyer. Could break your bones. Like, I just assume people know that it's physical. And I say to the boys, you can't have fun without risk. You can't enjoy yourself without maybe breaking bones. I did it as a young fella myself. Surfing's dangerous. Technically speaking, Julian's injuries weren't surfing related. They were post-surfing, but still, we were trying to surf. We were trying to do the act of surfing. Part of surfing is enjoying yourself afterwards. You catch a wave, then I asked the boys to jump on top of each other as a celebration. It wasn't meant to be dangerous. It's just something that I like to do. The fact that his bones broke is not my fault. And that I spoke to the parents and they said that, I said to them, did you ever break bones and you doing stuff when you were a kid? Like, did you ever go on adventures and break bones? And they said no. And I said, well, you can't have an adventure without breaking bones, and maybe you're putting your boy in cotton wool. Maybe he needs to get knocked around a bit. Like, they didn't get that point as much, but I had to speak my mind on that. And what I found, I said to one of the parents, were you fat as a kid too? And she said, yeah, and I'm still fat now. And did I realise that fat people have weak bones? Which I didn't realise till now. Now I know. So on the course I might say bones may be broken if I did the course again. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to working with fit kids. I'm not used to seeing these really fat kids. Fat kids don't go to the beach. Fat kids don't get out there and enjoy the sun and the surf and the sand. Fat kids are at home just eating shit and playing games and that. I don't connect with the fat kids. So when they turned up, I got to say I was a bit like, shit, You said the same thing. You were like, look at the size of them. And that, and it's a novelty for me. I don't see them. So how would I know that the normal games that you do with skinny kids doesn't apply? It's not my fault. His parents got pretty abusive with me on the phone and was saying all sorts of shit. And I just said to them, look, I've never raised a fat kid. I don't know why they break bones easily. I don't know. I've got two skinny kids. I don't get what you're going on about. That pissed them off more. I told them about surfing being dangerous, and I said, think yourself lucky that he wasn't taken by a shark or something. Like, worse stuff could happen. Worse things could happen than 2 broken ribs. That's it. There's kids dying, like kids losing limbs and from bombs and shit in the world. What's a couple of broken ribs? I don't have eyes in the back of my head. I can't see everything that's going on, So when I'm looking after kids, I can only see basically one kid because that's all you can see when you look in front. But